Okay, so and we also have our chairperson. As engineer Robert Navarro is also section members present. We have both for the civil works contracts for events and construction. Attending also the members of the procurement. And the procurement unit and not secretary invited our TV conference and on site also. Mr. Christian Malayunan from Polymer Products Philippines Incorporated, and he is attending the TV conference for 240-001-72.
Ito wala na.
But there is no concentrated bias and let's proceed with the discussion. But we acknowledge
Good, good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Jara po from Construction Division. Contract ID number 24D0172. Retrofitting of Bridge Phase 3, BOLBOK Flyover, Batangas City, Batangas. Okay po, ulit na lang. Okay po. For items of work, Part A, facilities for the engineer. 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle per month. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. Provision of one SLR camera and printing of 3R sized progress photographs to record the exact progress of the contract works, photos taken before, during, and after the work implementation, to be submitted per month, duly signed by the contractor, provided with albums. For Part B, other general requirements, B.5, project billboard, signboard, each. B.71, occupational safety and health program per month, provision for personal protective equipment such as safety helmet, safety shoes, working gloves, dust masks, eye goggles, earmuffs, raincoats, and miscellaneous items such as medicine or medicine cabinet. The contractor shall provide qualified and experienced safety officer and first aider. B.81, traffic management per month for contract ID number 24D0172. B.9, mobilization, demobilization, lump sum. B.24, general scaffolding and shoring, lump sum for contract ID number 24D0172. Showing you the Dpwh standard project billboard. Minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID number 24D0172. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for medium contractors. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Contract ID number 24D0172, retrofitting of bridge phase 3, BOLBOK flyover, Batangas City, Batangas. Showing you the Calabarzon map, key map, vicinity map, and layout plan. General Plan A, General Plan B, and general elevation of A and B. Typical cross-section of abutment A and B, Pier 1 to 2 and Pier 7 to 9. Typical cross-section of Pier 3 to 6. Pavement marking details and carbon fiber sheet on bottom of deck slab. typical section at pier, asphaltic plug joint, girder cross-section at midspan, girder cross-section at end block, typical cross-section of approaches. Typical road section. PCCP details for road reblocking and asphalting details. Scope of work. For the bridge or flyover, application of carbon fiber sheets at deck slope of four remaining spans and at shearing areas of coping. Column jacketing, asphaltic plug joints or repair of expansion joints, seat bearing extension at abutments A and B, and pier 3 and 6. Painting works of concrete structures and railings, rock repairs, replacement of street lights, application of protective mortars using PCM with lithium. For the others, asphalting or diversion routes, reblockings, landscaping below flyover, pavement markings, installation of road signs such as chevron sign, installation of raised studs. Equipment requirements are the following: air compressor, applicator machine, asphalt distributor, asphalt kettle or drum, asphalt paver, bar cutter, boom truck, cargo or service truck, concrete saw, concrete screeder, concrete vibrator, cutting outfit, diamond drill, generator set, grinding machine and accessories, jackhammer, kneading machine, pneumatic drilling machine, pneumatic dry roller, power broom or town type, road grader, tandem steel roller, telescopic man lift, track mounted crane, vibratory roller, vibro hammer, water truck or pump, welding machine. Manpower requirements for project manager, project engineer, and foreman. They should have at least 3 years of similar experience with same position and 5 minimum years of total work experience with similar and related positions. Materials engineer must be a Dpwh accredited materials engineer 2, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 2,500,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. For major category of works, bridges, retrofitting, concrete superstructure without piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2010 for the for DPWH program. Contract ID number 24D0169. General Nakar, Dingalan Road, General Nakar Side, Package G, Quezon. 24D0170, construction of Lukutang Malaki Bridge 1, Montalban, Rizal. 24D0181, Tayabas Bypass Road, Quezon. 24D0182, installation of road safety devices along DAANG MAHARLIKA. 24D0183, installation of road safety devices along DAANG MAHARLIKA. 24D0184, construction of revetment and other improvements along BALUCTOT River East Side, Barangay PALIPARAN 3, DASMARIñas, Cavite, Phase 1. 24D070, re-advertisement, Tagawayan Labo Diversion Road, Tagawayan Section, Quezon. 24D083, Bacoor, Dasmariñas, National Road. 24D092, re-advertisement, Carmona, Binyan Diversion Road, Binyan Section, Laguna. 24D0185, construction of revetment and other improvements along Baluktot River East Side, Barangay Salawag, Dasmariñas, Cavite. 24D0188, construction of flood control structure and other improvements, Barangay San Nicolas 3, Zapote River, Bacoor, Cavite, Phase 2. 24D0189, Binangonan, Angono, Taytay, Diversion Road, Coastal Road, Package 1. 24D0192, San Juan Bypass, Rosario, San Juan, Laia, Tourism Bypass Road, Candelaria, San Juan, Batangas. 24D0193, construction of Lukutang Malaki Bridge 2, Montalban, Rizal. 24D0195, construction of flood control structure along Agus River, Infanta, Quezon, Package K. 24D0196, construction of flood control structure along Busukan River, Barangay San Vicente, San Narciso, Quezon, Package 2. 24D0197, construction of road connecting Carmona Silang Diversion Road and SLEX Exit, Phase 1, Carmona City, Cavite. 24D0198, construction of road connecting Carmona Silang Diversion Road and SLEX Exit, Phase 2, Carmona City, Cavite. 24D0202, construction of flood control structure and other improvements, Barangay Molino 4, Zapote River, Bacoor, Cavite. Items of work, Part A. Facilities for the engineer. 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer vehicle per month. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. Part B, other general requirements. B.5, project billboard or signboard, each. B.71, occupational safety and health program per month. B.81, traffic management per month for contract ID numbers 24D0169, 172, 181, 182, 183, 70, 83, 92, 189, 197, and 24D0198. B.9, mobilization and demobilization lump sum. B.17 Temporary Diversion of Waterway Lump Sum for Contract ID Number 24D0188. B.18.1 Craneway Lump Sum for Contract ID Number 24D0170, 24D070, and 24D0193. B.18.2 Craneway Linear Meter for Contract ID Number 24D0184, 185, 188, and 24D0196. B.24 General Scaffolding and Shoring Lump Sum for Contract ID Number 24D0172. Showing you the DPWH Standard Project Billboard. Minimum material testing equipment for small contractors for contract ID numbers 24D0169, 24D0181, 188, and 24D0202. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for small contractors. Minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID numbers 24D0170, 172, 182, 183, 184, 24D070, 83, 92, 185, 189, 192, 193, 24D0195, 24D0196, 24D0197, and 24D0198. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for medium contractors. Contract ID number 24D0169, General NAKAR, DINGALAN Road, General NAKAR Site, Package G, Quezon. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout plan and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Plan and profile. For the scope of work, opening of 840 meters, 4-lane road up to aggregate subbase course of 0.15 meter thickness and stabilizer base course. Showing you the equipment requirements. Manpower requirements. Project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited Materials Engineer 1, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 19,300,000 pesos with a contract duration of 180 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction of gravel. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0170. Construction of Lukutang Malaki Bridge 1, Montalban, Rizal. Showing you the vicinity map, Calabarzon map, key map, and bridge layout map. General elevation and general plan. General section at abutment A and B. For the scope of work, construction of substructure, 2 lanes, 9.54 meter width, reinforced concrete slab and sidewalk, a superstructure supported by 1.8 meter diameter board piles at abutment A and B and gradeway. The total length of bridge 1 is 40 linear meter, having span of 140 meters. Showing you the equipment requirements. For manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a Dpwh accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 49,500,000 pesos with a contract duration of 225 calendar days. Major category of works, bridge construction, concrete superstructure with cast-in place piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. 24D0 172, retrofitting of bridge phase 3 BOLBOK flyover Batangas City, Batangas. Contract ID number 24D0 181, Tayabas Bypass Road, Quezon. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. For the scope of work, installation of single-arm solar LED roadway lighting, 10-meter pole, 80 watts, lighting arrangement staggered. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 2 years of similar experience with the same position and 5 years of total work experience with similar and related position. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 11,580,000 pesos with a contract duration of 90 calendar days. Major category of works, traffic engineering and management system, including road safety devices. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0 182. Installation of road safety devices along DAANG MAHARLIKA. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map. Straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. The scope of work, installation of road safety devices, double roller barrier system, and thermoplastic pavement markings. Showing you the equipment requirements. Manpower requirements. Project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos. Contract duration is 165 calendar days. Major category of works, traffic engineering and management system, including road safety devices. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0183, installation of road safety devices along the MAHARLIKA. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout maps. Straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. For the scope of work, installation of road safety devices, double roller barrier system, and thermoplastic pavement markings. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience to the same position and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos. Contract duration is 165 calendar days. Major category of works, traffic engineering and management system, including road safety devices. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0184. Construction of revetment and other improvements along BALUCTOT River, East Side, Barangay Paliparan 3, DASMARIñas, Cavite, Phase 1. Showing you the key map and Calabarzon map. Typical section. Typical section showing shear key beam every 2.5 meters spacing. Cantilever wall section, cantilever wall reinforcement, and cantilever wall section at every 40-meter construction joint. Revetment section, revetment section every 40-meter section, and revetment section showing shear key beam. For the scope of work, construction of combined reinforced concrete revetment and retaining wall. For reinforced concrete revetment, construction of 0.30-meter thick revetment with water stops segmented every 40 meters and 100 millimeter diameter PVC whip holes spaced every 1.2 meters staggered, and construction of 1 meter with shear key beam spaced every 2.5 meter. For reinforced concrete retaining wall, construction of 0.6-meter thick wall with water stop with height of 8 meter supported by type 2 steel sheet pile with length of 6 meter. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience with the same position and 5 years of total work experience with similar and related position. Materials engineer must be a Dpwh accredited materials engineer 2, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 247,500,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works: flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wire net. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D070, re-advertisement. Tagawayan, Labo, Diversion Road, Tagawayan Section, Quezon. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout plan. Typical roadway section. Key map, Calabarzon map, location map, and vicinity map for Village 3. General plan and general elevation. General section at abutment A, Pier 2, Pier 1, and abutment B. Scope of work: construction of 4-lane concrete road with 0.28-meter thick, aggregate sub-base course of 0.15-meter thick, crush aggregate surface course of 0.15-meter thick, and stone masonry as slope protection. Construction of a 4-lane carriageway, 20-meter width, T-span of 20 meter by 20 meter, 20 meters. Ashto pre-stressed concrete girder bridge with a total length of 60 linear meters, including reinforced concrete deck slab, sidewalk, and post and railing, a superstructure supported by three 1.5-meter diameter board piles at abutments and three 1.8-meter diameter board piles at piers 1 and 2, including gradeway, slope protection, and other miscellaneous items. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience in the same position and 5 years of total work experience with similar and related position. Materials engineer must be a Dpwh accredited materials engineer 2, construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 284,675,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D083. Bacoor, Dasmariñas, National Road. Showing you the key map, layout map, and vicinity map. Straight line diagram. Typical road cross section. Scope of work, widening of additional 2 lanes, 1 each on both sides, using PCCP with macro synthetic fibers, 318 millimeter thick, and installation of lateral drainage structures, HDPE pipe culvert on both sides. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least years of similar experience with the same position and 5 years of total work experience with same and related position. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 92,157,500 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of drainage, closed and open conduits. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D092, re-advertisement. Carmona, Binyan, Diversion Road, Binyan Section, Laguna. Showing you the key map and vicinity map. Layout map. Straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Scope of work, proposed construction of 2-lane concrete road with 910 millimeter diameter lateral RCPC on one side. Proposed construction of 4-lane concrete road with RC line canal on both sides. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience with the same position, 5 years of total work experience with similar and related position. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with cost training. Approved budget for the contract is 139,925,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0185. Construction of revetment and other improvements along Baluktot River, East Side, Barangay Salawag, Dasmariñas, Cavite. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and layout plan. Typical section. Typical section showing shear key beam every 2.5 meters spacing. Cantilever wall section, cantilever wall reinforcement, and cantilever wall section at every 40-meter construction joint. Revetment section every 40-meter section, and revetment section showing shear key beam. Revetment section showing shear key beam. Revetment section show every 40-meter section showing shear key beam. For the scope of work, construction of combined reinforced concrete revetment and retaining wall. For reinforced concrete revetment, construction of 0.30-meter thick revetment with water stop, segmented every 40 meters, and 100-millimeter diameter PVC whip holes spaced every 1.2 meters staggered, and construction of 1 meter with shear key beam spaced every 2.5 meters. For reinforced concrete retaining wall, construction of 0.6-meter thick wall with water stop with height of 8 meters supported by type 2 steel sheet pile with length of 6 meters. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 247,500,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wire net. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0188. Construction of flood control structure and other improvements, Barangay San Nicolas 3, Zapote River, Bacoor, Cavite, Phase 2. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. Typical cross-section reinforcement detail and typical reinforced concrete wall. Typical cross-section of temporary diversion of waterways. Scope of work. Construction of 0.5-meter thick, 7.35-meter height reinforced concrete retaining wall with 100 mm diameter PVC whip holes spaced at every 2 meter on center staggered, supported by 4.2-meter by 0.65-meter reinforced concrete foundation and construction of temporary diversion waterways and greenway. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 7,920,000 pesos with a contract duration of 135 calendar days. Major category of works: flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wirenet. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0189. Binangonan-Angono Taytay Diversion Road, Coastal Road Package 1. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Typical roadway section. For the scope of our road embankment using boulder fills, structural backfill and common barrow, with installation of high-density polyethylene pipe cross drainage, construction of reinforced concrete slope protection on both sides, with installation of steel Z pile on the right side. Showing you the equipment requirements. Manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 139,925,000 pesos with a contract duration of 270 calendar days. Major category of works: roads, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0192. San Juan Bypass, Rosario, San Juan, Laia Tourism Bypass Road, Candelaria, San Juan, Batangas. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, location map, and vicinity plan. General plan and general elevation. General section at abutment A and abutment B. General section at abutment A, Tier 1, abutment B. For the scope of work, construction of Bridge 1 with 4-lane 2-span 20 meter and 40 meter, 16.86 meter width with a total length of 60 linear meter, a AASHTO pre-stressed concrete girder, reinforced concrete deck slab, sidewalk, post and railing as superstructure supported by 1.6 meter diameter board piles at abutments and 2 meter diameter board piles at pier. Construction of substructure of Bridge 1A with a total length of 25 linear meter, supported by 1.6 meter diameter board piles at abutments, including graneway, slope protection structures, and miscellaneous items. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 135,100,000 pesos. The contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works: bridge construction, concrete superstructure with cast-in place piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. 24D0193. Construction of Lukutang Malaki Bridge 2, Montalban, Rizal. Showing you the vicinity map, Calabarzon map, key map, and bridge layout map. The general elevation and general plan. General section at abutment A, Tier 1 and abutment B. Scope of work, construction of substructure, 2 lanes, 9.54 meter width, reinforced concrete slab and sidewalk, a superstructure supported by 1.8 meter diameter board piles at abutment A and B, and by 1.8 meter diameter column and 2 meter diameter board piles at Pier 1. The total length of Bridge 2 is 70 linear meter having span of 40 meter and 30 meters. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 59,400,000 pesos with a contract duration of 240 calendar days. Major category of works: bridge construction, concrete superstructure with cast-in place piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0195. Construction of flood control structure along Agus River, Infanta, Quezon, Package K. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, and layout plan. proposed typical section, and proposed typical section at every 50-meter segment. Typical section detail, parapet wall details, pile cap and revetment details, anchor beam detail. Typical end section detail and sheet pile details. Isometric view with stairs. Typical section detail, wheel guard details, and stairs details. Topography, construction of 400 linear meter dike segmented every 50 meters with 0.20 meter thick reinforced concrete revetment and 0.6 meter thick rubble concrete with 5 meter crest width, and construction of 4 meter width reinforced PCCP of 0.28 meter thick with subbase of 0.25 meter thick, supported by 1.7 by 0.7 meter pile cap with 12 meter and 6 meter type 2 steel sheet pile at front and back of pile cap respectively. For every 50 meter in length of the project, there is a construction of end section consists of 0.20 meter thick reinforced concrete with 0.7 by 0.7 meter pile cap with 6 meter type 2 steel sheet pile. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 193 million pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wire net. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for Dpwh Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0196. Construction of flood control structure along Busok-Busukan River, Barangay San Vicente, San Narciso, Quezon, Package 2. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. Typical section. Reinforcement details. Scope of work, construction of 662 linear meter, 200 millimeter thick reinforced concrete revetment with 200 millimeter thick parapet wall, supported by 400 millimeter thick rubble concrete, 0.7 meter by 1 meter reinforced concrete pile cap, and Z-type steel sheet pile and earthworks. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager, project engineer, and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, construction safety officer with COSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos with a contract duration of 270 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wirenet. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0197. Construction of road connecting Carmona Silang Diversion Road and SLEX Exit, Phase 1, Carmona City, Cavite. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map and straight line diagram. Typical roadway sections. Scope of work, construction of gravel and concrete road of 1.06 kilometers, 4 lanes, 4.24 lane kilometer, and varying drainage both sides with 2,120 total linear meters, including box culvert. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 144,750,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of drainage, closed and open conduits. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0198. Construction of road connecting Carmona Silang Diversion Road and SLEX Exit Phase 2, Carmona City, Cavite. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. For the scope of work, construction of gravel and concrete road of 0.69 kilometers, 4 lanes, 2.76 lane kilometer, and varying drainage both sides with 1,380 total linear meters, including box culvert. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 144,750,000 pesos with a contract duration of 300 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of drainage, closed and open conduits. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 24D0202. Construction of flood control structure and other improvements, Barangay Molino 4, Zapote River, Bacoor, Cavite. Showing you the Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. Typical cross-section, reinforcement detail of retaining wall, and typical cross-section of temporary diversion of waterways. Reinforcement details of retaining wall section, and retaining wall section at every 40-meter construction joint. Scope of work, construction of 0.5 meter thick, 5.7 meter high reinforced concrete retaining wall with 100 millimeter diameter PVC with holes spaced every 2 meter on center, staggered supported by 3.85 meter by 0.65 meter reinforced concrete foundation. Showing you the equipment requirements. Manpower requirements. Approved budget for the contract is 7,920,000 pesos with a contract duration of 105 calendar days. Major category of works, flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and warnet. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for Dpwh Infra Program. That's all po for the technical component of the projects under construction division.
Good morning po. I'm Engineer Julia from the Maintenance Division. Contract ID number 24 D00106 DAANG MAHARLIKA. Contract ID number 24 D00186 Construction of Multipurpose Building, Makiling Sector 3, Police Assistance Base, Calamba City, Laguna. Contract ID number 24 D00187 Construction of Multipurpose Building, Sector 4, Cuba, Police Assistance Base, Calamba City, Laguna. Items of work. Part A, Facilities for the Engineer. A.1.18, Provision of Field Office for the Engineer, rental basis per month. A.1.26, Operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup, service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle per month. A.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. Part B, other general requirements. B.51, project billboard, signboard, each. B.71, occupational safety and health program per month per contract ID number 24 D00106. B.71, occupational safety and health program lump sum for contract ID numbers 24 D00186 and 24 D00187. B.31, permits and clearances lump sum for contract ID numbers 24186 and 24187. B.81, traffic management per month for contract ID number 24 D00106. B.9, mobilization, demobilization, lump sum. B.21, temporary fence, lump sum for contract ID numbers 24186 and 24187. Showing you the Dpwh standard project billboard. The minimum material testing equipment for small contractors for ID numbers 24186 and 24187. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for small contractors. For minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID number 24T00106, showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for medium contractors. For contract ID number 24T00106, DAANG MAHARLIKA, showing you the vicinity map and key map. Scope of work. Asphalt overlay of DAANG MAHARLIKA in San Pablo, Laguna. Existing asphalt overlay will be removed and replaced with a two-layer of bituminous concrete surface, 50 mm thick with ARA. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings will be applied after. Showing you the minimum major equipment requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 33,775,000 pesos, and the contract duration is 105 calendar days. The major category of works: roads, construction, asphalt, RCA, and the similar categories of works: roads, rehabilitation, asphalt, or RA. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA for Dpwh Infra Program. For contract ID number 24D00186, construction of multipurpose building in Calamba City, Laguna. Showing you the exterior perspective, site development plan, and vicinity map. Ground floor plan and second floor plan. Roof deck floor plan, roof plan. Scope of work. The scope of works for the construction of multipurpose building, Calamba City, Laguna, are earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete work, finishing and other civil work, and electrical and auxiliaries. Equipment requirements. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 9,650,000 pesos, and the contract duration is 210 calendar days. Showing the major category of works and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA per DPWH Infra Program. For contract ID number 24D00187, construction of multipurpose building in Calamba City, Laguna. Showing you the perspective, location map, vicinity map, and site development plan. Ground floor plan and second floor plan. Roof deck floor plan and roof plan. Scope of work. The scope of works for the construction of multipurpose building are earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete work, finishing and other civil works, and electrical and auxiliaries. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 14,475,000 pesos, and the contract duration is 210 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 GAA per DPWH Infra Program. That's all for the projects for the maintenance division.
Good morning. I am Engineer CJ Sota from the Construction Division, and I'm here to present the legal and technical components for the pre-bid for infrastructure projects under Construction Division and Maintenance Division. Starting with bid data sheet. ITB Clause 5.2 for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refers to contracts which have the same major categories of works, which shall be, number one, the following is the major category of works involved in a contract to be bid. Number two, the following are the similar categories of works that shall be considered in the evaluation of the work experience required for the contract to be bid. ITB Clause 10.3, the required pickup license for this contract is as follows. For contract ID numbers 24D0169, 181, 186, 187, 188, and 24D0202, license category C and D and license classification small d. For contract ID numbers 24D083, 92, 106, 170, 182, 183, 189, 192, 193, 196, 197, and 24D0198, license category B and license classification medium A. For contract ID numbers 24D070, 172, 184, 185, and 195, license category A and license classification medium B. ITB Clause 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. Accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to Department Order number 98 series of 2014, submission of construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE. First aider with certificate of training issued by the Red Cross in compliance to the DOLE requirements for the approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to Department Order 98 series of 2014, submission of construction safety and health program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment, DOLE. The key personnel should meet the following number of years work experience. Number one, the experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Number two, include the tax identification number or TIN of the key personnel. Compliance to EO 98 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors or consultants, materials engineer. Number three, include the contract number of the materials engineer. ITB Clause 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Please refer to Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment, and Department Order Number 127, Series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the Dpwh. ITP Clause 15.1, the bid security shall be limited to the bid security declaration or one of the following forms in accordance with the following amounts. Number one, the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, shares, manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is surety bond. ITB Clause 21 lists additional contract documents relevant to the project that may be required by existing laws and/or the procuring entity, such as construction schedule and S-curve, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule, construction safety and health program, approved by the Department of Labor and Employment, and Precedence Diagram Method, PDM. ITB Clause number 22, bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is at Bidding Room, DPWH Region 4A, and Lupang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna, and electronically should be submitted at electronicbids_R4A at dpwh.gov.ph. The deadline for receipt of bids is on March 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. For contract ID numbers 24D0106, 169, 170, 181, 182, 183, and 24D0184. And on March 13, 2014 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24D07, 83, 92, 185, 186, 187, 188, and 24D0189. And on March 14, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24D0192, 193, 195, 196, 197, 198, and 24D0202. For bids to be submitted electronically or online, following procedures should be observed following Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. UCC Clause 4.1, the procuring entity shall give possession of the site to the constructor upon the receipt of the notice to proceed. The start date should not be later than 7 calendar days from its issuance date of receipt of the notice to proceed. GCC Clause 7.2, in case of semi-permanent structures such as buildings of types 1, 2, and 3 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, concrete asphalt roads, concrete river control, drainage, irrigation line canals, river landing, deep wells, rock passage, pedestrian overpass, and other similar semi-permanent structures, 5 years. For contract ID number 24D0106, 169, 181, 182, 183, 184, 70, 83, 92, 188, 189, 185, 196, 187, 198, and 24D0202. And in case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 of the classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete which comply with relevant structural codes, such as but not limited to steel, concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewerage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures, 15 years. For contract ID numbers 2430-170, 70, 172, 186, 187, 192, and 2430-192. GCC Clause 11.1. The contractor shall submit the following program of work scheduled to the procuring entities representative within 10 calendar days from the receipt of the notice of award. 11.2. The period between program of work updates is 1 month or 30 days, and the amount to be withheld for late submission for an updated program of work is 1% of every progress billing of the contractor. Number 12. The funding source for Department Memorandum Circular Number 73, Series of 2019, Executive Order Number 91, Series of 2019, adopting the cash-based budgeting system beginning fiscal year 2019, and other purposes. For the following are hereby directed. A. All authorized appropriations shall be available for obligation and disbursement only until the end of each fiscal year. Obligations incurred by the national government within each fiscal year shall be implemented during the same fiscal year. C. Payments for obligations incurred shall be made until the end of the extended payment period, EPP, which shall be 3 months after the end of the validity of the appropriations against which they were obligated, unless other period has been determined by the Department of Budget and Management, DPM, upon consultation with relevant agencies. 13. The amount and schedule of advance payment is 15% of the total amount in lump sum. 14. Materials and equipment delivered on site but not completely put in place shall not be included for payment. 15.1. The date by which as-built drawings are required is 30 calendar days from the completion of the project. 15.2. The amount to be withheld for failing to supply the as-built drawings by the date required is 10% of the final contract price. Bid security. Bidders are allowed to use any of the following forms: cash, cashier's check, manager's check, issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC. Bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. If issued by a foreign bank, it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5% of ABC. And bid securing declaration. Important notice. Bids and bid security shall be valid within 120 calendar days from the opening of bids. Amount of bank guarantee, irrevocable letter of credit, cash, cashier's check, manager's check, 2% of ABC. For contract ID number 24D0106, 675,500 pesos. Contract ID number 24D0169, 386,000 pesos. 24D0170, 990,000 pesos. 24D0172, 5,798,000 pesos. 24D0181, 231,600 pesos. 24D0182, 1,930,000 pesos. 24D0183, 1,930,000 pesos. 24D0184, 4,950,000 pesos. 24D070, 5,693,500 pesos. 24D083, 1,843,150 pesos. 24D092, 2,798,500 pesos. 24D0185, 4,950,000 pesos. Contract ID number 24D0186, 193,000 pesos. 24D0187, 289,500 pesos. 24D0188, 158,400 pesos. 24D0189, 2,798,500 pesos. 24D0192, 2,702,000 pesos. 24D0193, 1,188,000 pesos. 24D0195, 3,860,000 pesos. 24D0196, 1,930,000 pesos. 24D0187 and 198, 2,895,000 pesos. And 24D0202, 158,400 pesos. Surety bond, 5% of ABC. For contract ID number 24D0106, 1,688,750 pesos. 24D0169, 9,965,000 pesos. 24D0170, 2,475,000 pesos. 24D0172, 14,475,000 pesos. 24D0181, 579,000 pesos. 24D0182, 4,825,000 pesos. 24D0183, 4,825,000 pesos. 24D0184, 12,375,000 pesos. 24D070, 14,233,750 pesos. 24D083, 4,607,875 pesos. 24D092, 6,996,250 pesos. 24D0185, 12,375,000 pesos. 24D0186, 482,500 pesos. 24D0187, 723,750 pesos. 24D0188, 396,000 pesos. 24D0189, 6,996,250 pesos. D0182, 6,755,000 pesos. 24D0183, 2,970,000 pesos. For 0115, 2,660,000 pesos. 116, 4,825,000 pesos. 24,0187 and 188, 7,237,500 pesos. 24,0212, 396,000 pesos. Checklist of legal and technical requirements of the proposal. Admission of fees. Envelope system. Documentary requirements, duly signed, paginate, and reviewing tags in bound for technical and financial controls. Envelopes 1 original and 2 duplicate copies, dates 1, 2, 3. Payment process of filling documents. Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Bidding date, March 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24,106, 169, 170, 181, 182, 182, and 24,01. March 13, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID number 24,070, 83, 92, 185, 186, 187, 188, and 24,01. March 14, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24,01, 193, 185, 196, 187, 188, and 200. For contract ID numbers 24,01, 182, 182, 184, 182, 183, 185, 186, 187, 188, 70, 52, 92, 185, and 189, 50,000 pesos. For contract item numbers 24B0106, 169, and 24B0170, 25,000 pesos. And for contract item numbers 24B0186, 187, 188, 200, and 202, 2,000 pesos. The net financial contracting capacity or LFCC of the bidder shall be used in the administrative process. Prospective bidder must have an LFCC of at least equal to the ATC to be prepared as follows. IRR section 23.5.2.6. LFCC is equal to the current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of portions of all outstanding rates under the bidder's ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts to be funded, which portions coincide with the contract with the credit line commitment shall no longer be accepted for GPP resolution number 20 series of 2030, dated July 30, 2013, Department Order number 37 series of 2014, dated March 26, 2014. In the NFCC, the fixed factor 15 shall be used in the computation of the NFCC, regardless of the contract duration. As per Department Order number 193 series of 2016, the procuring entity shall disqualify the contractor from participating in the bidding or awarding contract for infrastructure projects if he is permanently delayed in any of his ongoing contracts, government or private, which is considered attributable to him pursuant to the provisions of IRR of RD 9184 in any of the following cases. Number one, where the firm declared a negative CPH of at least 50% of his ongoing contract in accordance with section 34.8.3.II of Rule X post qualification of RD 9184. Number two, where the date of the reason of work has exceeded the time duration equivalent to 10% of the specified contract line plus any approved times extension. The same shall be subject for season in accordance with section 8.4 Annex D of RA 9184. Or number three, where the total regulated damages has exceeded 10% of the approved contract price. The same shall be automatically taken over by the prevailing entity or award and qualified contractor through an negotiation in accordance with section 8.5 of Annex D of RA 9184. Work experience in similar contracts. Prospective bidder must have done a single largest completed contract SLCT similar to the contract to be prepared, and whose value of credit prices is at least 50% of the ABC to be. DPP BNPM number 156 of 2016, temporary income certificate of license can substitute the requirements submitting a valid income license as part of the eligibility process. That's all for beyond technical component. Let me share with you the electronic submission of fees.
Electronic submission and receipt of bids. This is for the efficient conduct of procurement activities during a state of calamity or implementation of quarantine or similar restrictions. Authorizing the submission and receipt of bids through electronic means or email. Our legal references for the submission of bids electronically are the Department Order number 87, Series of 2020, GPPB Resolution number 9, 2020, dated May 7, 2020, and the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. The prospective bidders shall prepare and submit their bids electronically following the steps prescribed under with DO 87/2020 in accordance with GPPB Resolution Number 9/2020 as follows. The Back Secretariat shall post the invitation to bid and bidding documents in the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites and at any conspicuous place for 7 calendar days per Section 21 of the IRR of RA 9184. Upon posting of the invitation to bid and bidding documents, the Back Secretariat shall create the contract ID folder in the eBid portal. This is the DPWH Electronic Bid Submission and Receipt portal. This is the contract ID folder created by the Back Secretariat in the eBid portal. The contractor shall purchase the bidding documents per Section 17.4 and Appendix 8 Guidelines on the Sale of Bidding Documents of the IRR of RA 9184. The applicable fee for the specific project is indicated in the invitation to bid. Prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidders shall send an email with subject official receipt for contract ID to electronicbids_R4A@dpwh.gov.ph. Attached to the said email is the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file PDF format with file name in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore official receipt .pdf. For example, the file name of the attached PDF containing the official receipt of the contractor with pickup ID number 12345 who intends to participate in the bidding of contract ID number 21D00001 shall be 12345 underscore 21D00001 underscore official receipt.pdf. Further, the email subject would be official receipt for 21D00001. This is the confirmation of the electronically submitted official receipt. An email shall be received by a prospective bidder confirming its successful submission of the official receipt. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. This is the folder of the OR received in the eBid portal. This is the OR submitted by the contractor received in the eBid portal. Upon submission of electronic proof of purchase of bidding documents or the OR, the contractor may now send its electronic bid with file name format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid.zip or .rar or .7z with email subject format bid submission for contract ID. Its bid must be in a password-protected archive format and shall contain 2 password-protected archive files, the technical and financial proposal. This is an acknowledgement receipt email that will be received by the contractor upon submission of its bid. This is the folder submitted in the eBid portal. Similar to manual submission, prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in 2 file folders, each for the technical and financial components. The file name of the technical and financial components folders should be in the format PCAB ID underscore contract ID underscore technical and PCAB ID underscore contract ID underscore financial. Subsequently, each of the technical and financial components file folders shall be compressed, password protected, and named in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore technical.zip or .rar or .7z and pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore financial.zip or .rar or .7z respectively. Each file contained in the technical and financial components file folders shall be in PDF format, either scanned or exported, published, with file name in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore descriptive file name.pdf. The compressed archive file folders of the technical and financial components shall be compiled in a password-protected compressed archive main file folder with file name in the format pickup underscore contract ID underscore bid. In case the total file size of the main archive file folder is more than the allowable size of an attachment per email of the prospective bidder's email service provider, they shall need to split its electronic bid into two or more password-protected compressed archive main file folders. The email submitting the prospective bidder's electronic bid should have a subject in the format bid submission for contract ID. In case of multiple compressed archive main file folders, it shall be submitted in multiple emails, each with subject in the format bid submission 1/2 for contract ID, bid submission 2/2 for contract ID. If a bidder wishes to modify its electronic bid, he may do so following the procedures in the manual submission of bid, or he may choose to submit his modification electronically in the same format prescribed in the preparation and submission of an electronic bid, except that the subject of the email submitting the bid modification shall be labeled Bid Modification X for contract ID, where X represents the number of bid modifications submitted. For example, the subject of an email submitting a first bid modification for contract ID number 21D00001 should be bid modification 1 for 21D00001. This is the same in the prescribed format in the preparation and submission of electronic bid, except that the bid modification main archive file folder shall be labeled as pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid modification underscore x.zip or .rar or .7z. In case a prospective bidder that have purchased a bidding document decided not to participate, he may choose to submit his letter of non-participation manually or electronically. In case of electronic submission, the contractor shall send an email with the subject non-participation for contract ID with the letter of non-participation as attachment with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore non-participation.pdf. This email should be sent to electronic bids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. Bids may only be withdrawn prior the deadline for bid submission. In case of withdrawal of an electronic bid, the bidder shall send an email with the subject "Bid Withdrawal" for contract ID and the letter of bid withdrawal in PDF format with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid withdrawal.pdf shall be attached. This email should be sent to electronicbids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. The Box Secretariat shall close the Contract ID folder in eBid portal on the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. This is the closed Contract ID folder in the eBid portal. The Box Secretariat shall download the bids from the eBid portal to the local computer. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. In all cases, the bidders will have only 3 attempts or 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. The bidder may also be subjected to the three-strike policy as warranted by the circumstances. If the bidder chooses to disclose the password through phone call, he should make sure that the contact numbers as recorded in the Civil Works application are open when the bank calls to ask for the password. The bidder may also choose to call the bank number during the bid opening time and wait for the opening of his bid for him to disclose the password. For online video calls, the bidder may call the bank messenger account. If the bidder chooses to attend the bid opening through online conference, the bidder should join the meeting using the given link. If the bidder chooses to disclose the passwords through writing, the letters for password 1, main file folder, technical component file folder, and password 2, financial component file folder, should be enclosed in separate envelopes with the sender details such as AMO, bidder name, and address. Address to the bank chairperson with the details of the bidding such as contract ID, contract name, bid opening date and time. Signed and sealed with a remark, password 1 or 2. Do not open before actual bid opening date and time. All electronic bids, password-protected compressed archive main file folders shall be opened first for the opening of the technical component compressed archive file folders. This shall be followed by the opening of the bids submitted manually for the opening of the technical component envelopes. The same procedures apply for the financial component compressed archive file folders and financial component envelopes. The Box Secretariat shall open the financial proposal archive file. Notes and reminders for the contractors in the preparation and submission of bids. Only bidders with system-accepted proof of payment shall be allowed to submit their electronic bids, which shall not be beyond the deadline specified for the submission of bids. An email shall also be received by a prospective bidder in instances where their sent email related to the submission of electronic OR of purchase of the bidding documents if it has incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the eBid portal. If it has no attachment, if it has an attachment but is not in the prescribed format, if it has more than one attachment, or if it was received after the deadline of bid submission. For the foregoing cases, the prospective bidders should rectify or correct the noted deficiencies to comply with the requirements for its electronic bid to be accepted. The bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address in the Civil Works application. In case prospective bidders are not yet registered in the CWA, they can use any email address subject to the verification of the BAC Secretariat. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files, folders, and archives shall be JV-pickup ID of the lead member. If a bidder chooses to submit an electronic bid, the same bidder can no longer submit a bid manually for the same contract and vice versa. Bid modification can be submitted electronically or manually, regardless of the manner by which the original bid was submitted. If a bidder submitted modifications both electronically and manually for a specific contract, the submission with the latest official date and time of receipt shall prevail. The submitted official receipt of purchase of bidding documents shall include the correct and complete names of the contractors who will submit their bids. Notes and reminders for the receipt of bids. An auto-reply email shall be sent to acknowledge receipt of electronic bids in instances where an email is sent with incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the eBid portal. Without any attachment, with attachment that is not in the prescribed format, with more than one attachment, or submitted after the deadline. An auto-reply email shall also be sent regarding withdrawal of bid, non-participation, and if the bidder has yet to submit proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Emails with more than one attachment with invalid subject contract ID and unrecognized transactions shall be automatically moved to the unidentified documents subfolder in the procuring entity's main folder in the eBid portal. This is the unidentified documents folder in the eBid portal. The following shall not be accepted by the eBid portal. Submission of bid without initially submitting the proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Submission of bid after the deadline, and submission of proof of purchase of bidding documents after the deadline. Notes and reminders for the opening of bids. For a hybrid system of submission where electronic and manual bids were received for a particular contract, electronic bids must be opened first before the manual bids. If a bidder committed typographical errors in the submission of electronic bid or attached files in the wrong format, the bid shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The BAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or improperly compressed or password-protected folder or for its premature opening. If an electronic bid or file was found to be damaged and could not be extracted or opened, the bid shall be considered failed. Notes and reminders for non-participation and bid withdrawal. In case of non-participation and withdrawal of bids, the BAC Secretariat shall check the letters of non-participation, bid withdrawal received in the dedicated email address and is stored in the eBid portal, and shall observe the provisions under Section 26.2 of the IRR of RA 9184 and DO 17 Series of 2015.
Okay, thank you very much po sa lahat. And the discussion of the electronic bid submission process is the last item on our agenda. And since there is no other matter left in the agenda of the BAC for today, our BAC meeting is now adjourned. Salamat po.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you po sa lahat.
Thank you.